Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is Earth Angel 111. Welcome to all the new subscribers and welcome back to all the returning subs. Thank you so much for your support, likes, comments, and donations to the channel. So let's get started. We're going to do a Divine Feminine collective reading. So we're going to do some tarot and then some love messages from the person on your mind. And depending on the story, maybe we'll pull some archetypes to get a few more details. So let's start with a tarot. Do a quick shuffle on camera. I did shuffle before, but I always like to do one for y'all and then we'll get some cards. Hope everyone's doing good today. You know, it's funny, I will give you guys a heads up. I started this reading and I didn't have my candles going. So I was like, can't have that. We got to redo it. And basically, you had the Ten of Pentacles and a lot of reversals. So it meant some sort of stability or promise was coming in, some sort of surprise. Maybe a blessing from the universe or from spirit. But yeah, I just want to point that out because in case it does come up again, then it's a double confirmation. From spirit, we get the Ten of Pentacles. So let's jump into it. So this would be the current energies. And then we'll do what's coming up for you. Okay. So what I'm feeling like off the hop is you could have felt like you were done wrong in a situation. Take what resonates and please leave what doesn't. Again, this will be based for Divine Feminines. What I'm feeling like is with the Four of Swords and the World in reverse, it's just almost like you felt like everything was taken away from you. And with the Strength, it's like you feel like you've had to be immensely strong in these situations. Just really hold down your own. It could be a possibility that you were really passionate about something or someone and you feel like that was just taken away from you, whether it was an opportunity or a person. With this, what I feel like is there was a third party or something that made the situation occur, because it's almost like someone came in intentionally set to ruin something. With the Strength there, though, you have been persevering through this situation and just hoping to get your stability back in order. And it looks like just come to some sort of fair resolution to everything that's going on. It's almost like you can see in this picture depicted, like she's got her sword and then the scales. It's like she wants fairness and balance in a situation, but feels like she has to be defensive because there's always something going on in the background or behind her. And it's almost like she's aware with her intuition to keep like all eyes open, you know? Just saw the Queen of Swords there when I was shuffling. So yeah, I'm feeling like you could have just felt really defenseless or helpless, especially if it was like something you were creative or passionate about. So let's see what's coming up. Beautiful. With the Ace of Wands, well, it's in reverse, but it's almost like it's going to be a new start for you in some sort of way. Beautiful. Wow. Beautiful. So we didn't get the Ten of Pentacles, but we got the 8 and the 9 of Pentacles back to back. So, good outcome for the future. This is all going to happen after some sort of transformation happens for you in your life. You could be going through a period of instability or a lot of changes right now. I feel like this is more related to you than it is necessarily a situation. Like, it could be as a whole. Maybe you're just changing your life. Just a lot of things going on for you that you're discovering who you are again, maybe, and like who you are now. Letting go of who you used to be and really coming into your own and accepting who you are and maybe your gifts that you tried to suppress in the past, or things that you really just didn't feel like other people appreciated about you. Like, I feel like maybe you could sing, or you're really good at painting or drawing, or just something you thought was minuscule to others, but really it's like it's a huge hidden talent that you have. feel like this is going to bring in a huge transformation, and it's going to bring you in a lot of stability. You can see there we've got the so if you think about it, we've got the 7 of Pentacles, the 8, and the 9. So it's almost like you're going to come into this huge form of stability, and it's just going to happen gradually. In the past, you could have felt like all your options weren't working out, or they weren't working out the way you wanted them to. I feel like this is more life as a whole than it is necessarily even just like career or love. Could have been both weren't working out for you. You just felt like you always had to be strong. Maybe you felt like you were alone a lot. But in the future, what's coming in is this huge period of transformation. For a lot of you, you could have went through a spiritual transformation or are currently like an awakening. You could have met a twin flame that also like could have experienced an awakening. But what I feel like with this is overall, Spirit's telling you not to like sell yourself short, to really chase after your dreams and put yourself out there, to really listen to the messages that Spirit is conveying. Like say you get a random download, and just like it's a thought for you, right? Out of nowhere of something, write it down or go ahead and look into how you could pursue it, you know. Don't brush it off, because often those things are placed on your path for a reason, right? To give you a solution to something you may not face. And you might not even see it right away, right? It's something you have to really, honestly, almost just follow. And then when you do, eventually things start to work out and you understand why that occurred. Hopefully you catch my drift on that. But I feel like what Spirit's saying is just really follow their guidance and know that you're being led out of a dark place into a really positive chapter into your life. Soon you'll be able to put down that strength, that sword, and really just focus on you again. It's like Spirit sees all along you just want fairness, and you don't want to feel like you have to be defensive maybe in your life, or very much say you're really like focused right now on achieving a certain goal. You just want to feel like you can just relax a bit and just come into your own. But Spirit's letting you know that will be coming in soon. Just keep persevering and keep on the path, because eventually in the future it's going to lead to some really beautiful new chapters of stability and maybe just feeling free. Like maybe you're someone who's always feeling like you're trying to find a way to make your life more stable. I feel like maybe you're an entrepreneur, or you would like to be one, so you're just trying to figure out a way that you can make yourself successful. Something along those lines. So let's get some archetypes, and then we'll do some love messages from your person, or the person on your mind. But yeah, I was really feeling like that wasn't too much of a love reading. Definitely just like your life as a whole is about to dramatically change, and it's just taking a little bit longer than maybe you had anticipated. But Spirit's saying it's all part of the process. Wow, yeah, definitely with the Fool card out there first. It's almost like you could be someone with the strength too before, right? You put on a really strong face, but underneath it all, you're just struggling just like everyone else, and you're trying to maybe keep all that to yourself. I feel like Spirit's saying take the mask off though. Don't be afraid to let others in and let them aware of what's going on with you. Had a huge candle flicker when I said that. So with the Prince, definitely looks like there could be someone on the outside that is interested in being your helper almost, you know, like your love interest. They want to come in and not only offer you stability, but like a shoulder to cry on, someone to listen and be there for you. You could feel like you're someone who doesn't have much family around you, or you have a hard time connecting with your family. You could have a difficult childhood, or if not, just feel really disconnected, like you're outcasted a little bit. The shadow attribute says feelings of abandonment that stifle maturation, seeking inappropriate surrogate families. Wow, so with that one, it's almost like saying you could look for love in the wrong places because you never felt like you found that from your family. So you could be someone who really seeks approval in relationships. With the father card out there, I gotta say it could be even like with your father. Maybe you didn't have the relationship you always desired. Like maybe you weren't as close as you wanted, or maybe for some of you, I just heard maybe you didn't even know who your dad was. Maybe you grew up without your dad. With the alchemist there though, you're really working towards changing your outcome and what you've had gone through in the past. It's like you're changing your life for the better. Maybe too, especially if you're someone who felt like you had a difficult childhood, like you're someone who really just wants to, I feel like, build in a beautiful family. Wow, so we split the deck and addicts. So maybe, just because we were just talking about family, I feel like maybe one of your parents suffered from addictions. That could have been a huge blockage in the relationship. I feel like maybe one of the other parents had to walk away because of that. Wow, teachers. So yeah, it's like maybe one of your parents could have split, and maybe it was because the one parent didn't want the other parent to be like a bad influence. They really wanted to teach you like how to grow up and not live that way. Guide. Wow. Thank you so much for the confirmation, Spirit. Absolutely. So I feel like this is really pertaining to growing up for you. You had one parent that was more like of a guiding light and a constant stability. Child divine. They could have raised you to be very connected with spirit. So with this one here, it says places material considerations and security above self-empowerment. So just making sure with this card, making sure you're not too focused on money and material aspects. Maybe too, one of your parents was like kind of very materialistic and put themselves out there, and your other parent saw it. I feel like they just wanted you to live a very like pure-hearted, authentic life. King. And maybe too, this is why you struggle with relationship issues. Like if you didn't have a very strong parental role model, regardless if it was your mom or your dad, like that could be why you struggle with relationship issues, if that resonates for you. It's definitely something you don't figure out till you're older, but like it's almost like an abandonment thing. And I feel like one of these cards does say, yeah, like fear of abandonment in the child orphan card. So with this one here, you know how it's saying materialistic, it's almost like don't allow yourself to buy love, to buy people's love, to try really hard to compensate to get them to stay because you're scared of abandonment as well. Because you will find that right person that doesn't make you feel like all that. With the Mystic card, you could be someone really sensitive, someone connected with spirit. You could be someone who reads people's energies or who knows kind of like what people are about. If you feel like that's you, Spirit's saying to follow that, and don't ever be afraid to like cut people out of your life or to make the necessary adjustments and to really focus on you if people are draining you or don't have your best intentions at heart. Especially too when it comes to family. Because I feel like there's a lot of family energy here. So with the Monk Nun, selfless devotion and single-minded dedication to spirit. So you're someone who's very connected to spirit. You could feel like maybe sometimes if you do have problems with your family or whatnot, or you're a little bit not as connected with them, you could rely more on spirit, on divine, you know, on your guides to really bring you the answers you need and to answers the questions that you don't feel comfortable necessarily asking your family about. It's like maybe you know your family or someone, say you talk to a close friend, you don't know necessarily what their judgment's going to be or if they're going to just go tell someone else. So it's like you're someone who's, wow, virgin next. So you're someone who's very pure-hearted and like just connected to divine and truly believe in your connection. And that's beautiful. I feel like divine definitely protects over you at all times. Whether you feel it or not, it's like divine always has your back and is trying to just make sure, especially If you went through all this healing growing up with your family, wow, and the father one just popped out again. I'm feeling like for some of you, you didn't even know who your dad was, and that just like really affected you. If this isn't your story, please do not make it fit. But it's almost like you've always been searching for a king with the qualities that you're looking for, someone who's going to essentially never leave. But I feel like Spirit's saying the more pressure too you put on that, that's when you can't find it. It's like, yeah, it's almost like you could be self-sabotaging in order to seek love, like you're willing to accept things. Wow, so Queen. So divine femmes out there, it's like Spirit seeing you as a queen. They're letting you know you don't deserve to settle for less than you deserve. And for a long time, maybe a lot of you had been. Maybe you've been selflessly giving yourself to relationships that really didn't actually do anything back for you. Like they didn't bring you in the things you deserved or the love you deserved. Athlete. So you could be someone very hardworking. Dedication to transcending physical limits, including any limitations. Development of personal willpower and strength of spirit. So you're someone who's just really strong. Not afraid to put yourself out there, to work hard, to shine. With the femme fatale, wow. And you could definitely be someone who is like multi-talented. You are able to do many things. You could be very creative. You could be someone who is able to pick up like new skills quick. Say you're learning new jobs. Like you really can just pick up on any kind of position, or say they need you to learn something specific. It's like you're quick to learn it. Rescuer. So maybe in the past too, with all the family that came out, and even with the one card, it could be that one of your like family members relied on you a lot growing up too. You could have been someone who constantly like was there for them or like healed them in some sort of way, and they look at you as, it's weird because guide came up before, right? So it's like a guiding light for them was what I was just gonna say. But like someone who, let's see what this one says here. The shadow attribute is assumes that the rescued will reciprocate, keeps the rescued one needy. So it's almost like people could do that to you, put you in those positions where you feel like you need to be there for them or you need to help them, but ultimately it's just draining you. And they see you as someone like that who will constantly be there for them. So that could pertain to anyone. That could pertain to career, love, or even a family member or friend doing that to you. Let's get into some love messages from your person or the person on your mind. Definitely an interesting reading. I feel like the main message those spirits trying to convey is you will heal, and your angels and your spirit guides are absolutely helping you through all this healing. And not to worry so much about looking for it in a person or a relationship. It's almost like when you do the self-love and like truly heal from, say, any past like family, like growing up issues or things you went through, or the feeling of abandonment that you may face for some of you. Once you overcome that, that's when you'll really meet someone who compliments you and who appreciates you for you. Okay. So we'll get 4 messages. Oh, that one was showing. All right, thank you, Spirit. So 4 messages from the person on your mind, whether you're in a relationship or just a crush or someone from the past. So first one out, because it was already showing, it says, I love you so much. Next one we got says, our love is everlasting, meaning it goes beyond time and space. Beyond this physical world we live in, beyond the sun, moon, stars, galaxies, and into infinity, our souls are united as one. So that's beautiful. Some nice positive energy from your person after all this energies. I can't quite describe the way you make me feel, but I'm going to try. You are the light at the end of the tunnel. The rain clears and out comes a beautiful rainbow is a close start. Beautiful. So you definitely have someone in your corner. No matter how many times I see you, your beauty makes me weak at the knees, full blown butterflies and all. So last message from your person, really beautiful energies, just like signifying the fact that you do have someone that really cares about you. If you've checked my readings, you'll know that these love messages are all over the place. Sometimes they're positive, sometimes they're not. I pulled those completely random, and they actually are all beautiful love messages, so it's nice to see that regardless of maybe your past and how you've been looking to maybe fill a void of abandonment or feeling like not good enough growing up, I'm here to tell you, and your spirit guides, I guess I'm conveying the message from your spirit guides, that you've always been enough. You're awesome. You're an amazing person. You seem like you have some really beautiful energies. And it's time for you to step into that light and to let go of that past hurt and really see yourself as the queen that you are. And just know that if it pertains to love and feeling defeated in relationships and stuff, like you always were taken advantage of or didn't get the love reciprocated that you gave out, this next person coming in, or the person you're currently maybe just starting with, or if it's someone from the past, they love you a lot, and it looks like they really want to be a support system for you moving forward. So that's some beautiful energy, or maybe they currently already are. And maybe Spirit wants you to know, you don't even see that this person's really in your corner for you, and you can open up to them maybe more than you even realize. So that's a beautiful message at the end of the day, just to convey that you are a queen. Spirit really wants you to get yourself dolled up, see yourself in that light. Sometimes it's like, when you've been working hard, say it just takes, a fresh new shirt, or changing your hair, or just getting all done up and doing your makeup different, or getting your nails done, doing something for you that really makes you feel like you again. Spirit saying do that. That'll really start to help bring back some confidence. And for some of you, you may be self-sabotaging just by having those negative thoughts that you aren't enough, or that just, everyone's the same. But Spirit wants you to know that that's absolutely not true. And a lot of people see you in such a positive light. So it's just really time for you to start seeing yourself in the light and knowing, with the shapeshifter, you are so talented. You have so much going for you. You have so much creativity, and people really recognize that in you, and they just want you to recognize that in yourself. Definitely seems like the person on your mind recognizes that in you too. So that's beautiful. We're going to leave that there. I really hope that resonated for you. Take care, and until next time.